The original Nikon Z8 was introduced as a smaller, lighter, and more portable sibling to Nikon's flagship Z9, instantly becoming one of the most talked about mirrorless cameras in Nikon's lineup. What made the Z8 so remarkable was how closely it mirrored the professional capabilities of the Z9, but in a more compact and affordable package. It carried the same 45.7-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor and the powerful Expeed 7 processor, two of Nikon's most advanced technologies, yet managed to shed the bulk of the built-in vertical grip and the extra weight. This made the Z8 a perfect middle ground for creators who wanted the same level of image quality and performance as the Z9 but preferred something easier to carry for travel, weddings, and on-location shoots. The Z9 continued to reign as the ultimate professional tool with unmatched durability, extended battery life, unlimited recording time, and the kind of robustness required for demanding sports or wildlife photography. But the Z8 democratized that flagship-level performance, making it accessible to a much broader audience of hybrid shooters and professionals on the move. Now, as whispers about the Nikon Z8 II, often referred to in early leaks as the Z80 II, begin to circulate, the photography community is buzzing once again. The key question on everyone's mind is how Nikon intends to evolve such a well-rounded foundation without compromising its delicate balance between flagship power and portability. One of the most consistent rumors surrounding the Nikon Z8 II is the introduction of a next-generation image processor. The current Expeed 7 has been the driving force behind both the Z8 and Z9, providing lightning-fast autofocus, deep learning-based subject recognition, and remarkably efficient image processing. However, as competition heats up from Canon and Sony, both of whom have pushed advanced AI-driven autofocus and color pipelines, Nikon seems poised to respond. Insiders speculate that the new processor, possibly branded as Expeed 8, could deliver faster data handling, improved dynamic range, and even better noise control in low-light environments. It might also enable smarter subject recognition, potentially expanding Nikon's already sophisticated AI system to include more advanced human detection, animal tracking, and vehicle recognition with even greater reliability. If Nikon integrates this new processing power effectively, the Nikon Z8 II could easily become one of the smartest and fastest cameras in its class. Another major area of anticipated improvement for the Nikon Z8 II is video performance. The current Z8 already records in stunning 8K resolution at up to 30 frames per second and 4K at up to 120 frames per second. However, due to its smaller size and limited internal cooling capacity, it can experience heat buildup during extended high-resolution recording. This results in capped recording durations, about 90 minutes for 8K/30p and roughly 2 hours for 4K/60p. In comparison, the Z9 can record indefinitely thanks to its larger chassis and advanced heat dissipation system. For the Nikon Z8 II, Nikon is expected to address this limitation with a more efficient internal design, possibly introducing improved thermal materials or passive cooling solutions. Enhanced thermal performance would not only extend recording times but also give hybrid creators greater confidence during long shoots, interviews, or live events. Beyond thermals, the Nikon Z8 II could see upgrades in color science, codec options, and internal recording capabilities. Rumors point toward support for higher bit rate recording, expanded 12-bit RAW options, and more refined N-Log or HLG color profiles. This would position the Z8 II as an even stronger hybrid camera, equally comfortable shooting professional-grade stills and cinematic video. As video content continues to dominate platforms from YouTube to Netflix, Nikon's ability to refine color accuracy and maintain heat stability will play a vital role in keeping the Z8 II competitive with offerings like the Sony a7S III and Canon R5C. Battery performance has also been a frequent talking point among Nikon users. The current Z8 runs on the smaller ENEL-15C battery, which delivers around 330 to 370 shots per charge under SEPA testing conditions, while real-world use can often stretch this number. Especially with power-saving features enabled, it still doesn't match the Z9's endurance. The Z9's larger ENEL-18D battery pushes over 700 shots per charge, making it ideal for long shoots and demanding environments. With the Nikon Z8 II, Nikon may introduce a more power-efficient processor that reduces energy consumption, or even redesign the camera body to accommodate a slightly larger battery while maintaining its compact form factor. A modest increase in battery life could make a significant difference, particularly for videographers or travel photographers who spend long days shooting without access to charging options. Autofocus is another domain where the Nikon Z8 II is expected to take noticeable strides. The existing Z8 and Z9 share a 493-point phase detection autofocus system backed by Nikon's deep learning technology. This system already performs admirably, tracking subjects like people, animals, and vehicles with high precision. Nikon has also shown a strong commitment to post-launch firmware updates, with the Z8 even receiving airplane-specific subject detection before the Z9 did, a sign of Nikon's willingness to innovate across models. For the Nikon Z8 II, improvements could include faster real-time subject recognition, better low-light focusing, and more intelligent eye tracking. There's also speculation that Nikon might expand the types of subjects the camera can detect automatically, possibly adding modes for insects, athletes, or new creative use cases. As autofocus becomes one of the most defining features in modern mirrorless systems, Nikon's progress here will determine how competitive the Z8 II stands against Sony's latest real-time recognition AF and Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF2 systems. Connectivity and workflow efficiency are also areas where the Nikon Z8 II could evolve. The Z9 includes a built-in gigabit Ethernet port, making it ideal for sports and studio professionals who require fast tethered transfer. The Z8, on the other hand, opts for two USB-C ports, one for charging and one for data transfer or USB-LAN connectivity via an adapter. This setup works well for general use, but professionals seeking high-speed tethering may find it limiting. For the Nikon Z8 II, Nikon could bridge this gap by introducing faster wireless options, such as Wi-Fi 6 or even 6E, offering dramatically improved transfer speeds and lower latency. Many photographers now rely heavily on wireless workflows, transferring RAW or JPEG files directly to mobile devices for quick editing and social sharing. Enhancing Nikon's wireless ecosystem, possibly through better integration with the SnapBridge app or a new wireless control platform, would make the Z8 II far more versatile for creators who prioritize speed and convenience. In comparing the Nikon Z8 II to its predecessor, it's clear that Nikon doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. The Z8 already offers so much of the Z9's DNA that the company has limited room to make radical hardware changes without cannibalizing its flagship line. Instead, the Z8 II will likely focus on refinement rather than revolution. Small but meaningful improvements across processing, autofocus, thermals, and battery life that together create a smoother, more reliable user experience. These incremental enhancements may not justify an upgrade for every Z8 owner, but for new buyers entering the Nikon ecosystem, the Nikon Z8 II could easily become the most balanced full-frame mirrorless option available. In essence, the Nikon Z8 II isn't expected to revolutionize Nikon's lineup, but rather to refine it, sharpening the already impressive performance of the Z8 while pushing boundaries in processing, AI autofocus, and efficiency. It's shaping up to be the kind of upgrade that doesn't scream for attention, but quietly perfects nearly every element of what came before. For creators seeking the ideal balance between portability, image quality, and reliability, the Nikon Z8 II may well be the next essential camera to watch.